Requirements for the right kind of hazardous materials packages and the right way to load, transport, and unload bulk tanks are examples of A. Marking rules. B. Containment rules. C. Rules for communicating risk. D. All of the above. Answer: B. Containment rules. Requirements to use the right shipping papers, package labels, and placards are examples of hazardous materials. A. Marking rules. B. Containment rules. C. Rules for communicating risk. D. All of the above. Answer: C. Rules for communicating risk. To assure that only safe drivers transport hazardous materials, drivers who transport HazMat must A. Have a CDL. B. Know the hazardous materials rules and pass a written test for the hazardous materials endorsement. C. Complete special training for hauling certain materials. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. You are picking up a hazardous materials shipment and several packages are leaking. You should A. Wrap them in plastic. B. Be sure to wash out your truck when you finish unloading. C. Refuse this shipment. D. Note the leaking packages on your pre-trip inspection report. Answer: C. Refuse this shipment. The person attending a vehicle placarded for hazardous materials. A. Can be anyone selected by the driver. B. Must be the driver only. C. Must have a perfect driving record. D. Must be qualified. Answer: D. Must be qualified. A vehicle placarded for Division 1.1, 1.2, or 1.3 explosives. A. May never be left unattended. B. May be left unattended in a safe haven. C. May not be parked on consignee property. D. May never be parked on private property. Answer: B. May be left unattended in a safe haven. Which rule applies when hauling hazardous materials? A. Smoking is prohibited within 25 feet of a vehicle carrying hazardous materials. B. You may not park within 300 miles of a fire. C. Fueling is allowed only at special fuel islands. D. You must stop near fires and inspect the area. Answer: A. Smoking is prohibited within 25 feet of a vehicle carrying hazardous materials. If hauling hazardous materials and your vehicle has tires, you must check them each time you stop. A. Dual. B. Radial. C. Bias. D. Treaded. Answer: A. Dual. Hazardous waste may not be hauled in a vehicle that isn't marked with A. The carrier name. B. The motor carrier identification number. C. The operator's name if different. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. If an X or RQ appears in the HM column of a shipping paper entry, A. It is the largest part of the shipment. B. It must be top-loaded. C. It should be discarded. D. The shipment is regulated by hazardous materials regulations. Answer: D. The shipment is regulated by hazardous materials regulations. Which statement about hazardous materials is true? A. Any contact with hazardous materials is fatal. B. Hazardous materials pose a risk during transportation. C. A HazMat endorsement is required for any amount. D. Every vehicle carrying hazardous materials must be placarded. Answer: B. Hazardous materials pose a risk during transportation. On the hazardous materials table, column 1 shows A. How to ship an item. B. Which shipping mode the information applies to. C. How much material can be hauled without placards. D. What materials may be loaded together. Answer B. Which shipping mode the information applies to. On the hazardous materials table, proper shipping names are shown. A. In plain type and alphabetical order. B. In italic type and loading order. C. To indicate they may not be transported. D. To indicate placards are not required. Answer A. In plain type and alphabetical order. Which statement about shipping papers is true? A. They may include hazardous and non-hazardous items. B. Hazardous items must be listed first. C. Reportable quantities are identified differently. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Hazardous waste shipments are identified by A. Letters HW on placards. B. The word waste before the material name. C. The shipping name. D. The carrier name. Answer B. The word waste before the material name. The Uniform Hazardous Waste Manifest must have A. Quantity listed only in pounds. B. Loading plan attached. C. Signatures and transfer dates of everyone involved. D. Route record. Answer C. Signatures and transfer dates of everyone involved. Tankers used to transport hazardous materials must be marked with A. The UN ID number. B. Manufacturing date. C. Owner's PUCO or ICC number. D. Chemtrec phone number. Answer A. The UN ID number. Which statement about radioactive labels is true? A. Yellow 3 indicates the highest level of radioactivity. B. Yellow 2 indicates the highest level. C. White I indicates the highest level. D. Black 3 indicates the highest level. Answer A. Yellow 3 indicates the highest level of radioactivity. You are scheduled to transport 1,000 pounds each of non-flammable gas and pressurized liquid oxygen. Which statement is true? A. You must refuse the load. B. You need 2 placard types. C. You need a double-wall tanker. D. You need a dangerous placard. Answer D. You need a dangerous placard. When a vehicle must be placarded, placards must be A. On the front, back, and both sides. B. On both cab doors. C. Front and back above the plate. D. On each package. Answer A. On the front, back, and both sides. Tankers used to haul hazardous materials must A. Meet DOT specifications. B. Meet inspection, retest, and marking requirements. C. Have the month and year of the most recent test stamped on the tank or certification plate. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Of the explosives, the least dangerous is A. Division 1.1. B. Division 1.2. C. Division 1.3. D. Division 1.6. Answer D. Division 1.6. Which statement about flammable solids and fire is true? A. Friction can cause flammable solids to ignite. B. Flammable solids may retain heat from manufacturing or processing and start a fire. C. Flammable solids may burn when combined with water. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. Of the following hazardous material classes, which is the most dangerous? A. Division 6.1. B. Division 6.2. C. Division 6.3. D. Division 6.4. Answer: A. Division 6.1. ORM is regulated because A. It's dangerous to transport because of the way it's packaged. B. It is shipped only in large quantities. C. It is an unknown material. D. It is not properly labeled. Answer: A. It's dangerous to transport because of the way it's packaged. Shipping papers. A. Must have the shipper's certification. B. Must be marked differently from regular cargo papers. C. Must be carried where they are easy to access in an emergency or inspection. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. Which statement about loading and unloading cargo tanks is false? A. The person attending must have a clear view of the tanker. B. The person attending must be within 50 feet of the tanker. C. The person attending must know the danger. D. The person attending must be authorized and able to move the vehicle. Answer: B. The person attending must be within 50 feet of the tanker. Some hazardous materials may not be loaded together. The prohibited combinations are listed in the A. Hazardous materials table. B. List of hazardous materials and reportable quantities. C. Segregation and separation chart. D. Hazardous waste manifest. Answer: C. Segregation and separation chart. Do not load with the engine running. A. Explosives. B. Flammable liquids unless needed to pump the product. C. Compressed gases unless needed to pump the product. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. Which statement about transporting hazardous materials is true? A. Trailers hauling Division 1.1, 1.2, or 1.3 explosives must have a floor liner without iron or steel. B. You must never enter a tunnel carrying hydrogen cylinders or cryogenic liquids. C. You must stop before crossing railroad tracks carrying any amount of chlorine. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. Which statement about transporting chlorine is true? A. All of the above. B. Detach loading and unloading connections before coupling or uncoupling. C. Never leave the tank uncoupled without chalking it. D. You must have a gas mask when hauling chlorine in a cargo tank. Answer: A. All of the above. Which statement about hauling hazardous materials with a cargo tank is true? A. Liquid discharge valves should only be opened during loading and unloading. B. Record cargo tank pressure and outside temperature for each flammable cryogenic liquid shipment. C. Complete the trip within one-way travel time. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. You must control how far radioactive 2 or radioactive 3 packages are from people and cargo walls by using A. The Transport Index and Separation Distances Table. B. The Hazardous Materials Table. C. The List of Hazardous Materials and Reportable Quantities. D. The Segregation and Separation Chart. Answer: A. The transport index and separation distances table. Who is responsible for checking that the shipper correctly named, labeled, and marked a hazardous materials shipment? A. The DOT. B. The carrier. C. The shipper. D. The manufacturer. Answer: B. The carrier. Which statement about repairing vehicles with hazardous cargo is true? A. Spark-producing devices may not be used. B. Someone must be able to move the vehicle immediately if needed. C. The vehicle must be removed from the building after work is done. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. When handling packages of explosives, you must: A. Not use hooks or other metal tools. B. Keep bystanders 100 feet away. C. Move packages carefully with no sharp actions. D. All of the above. Answer: A. Not use hooks or other metal tools. Which statement about hazardous materials accidents is true? A. Open smoking packages of flammable solids. B. Remove broken and unbroken packages if safe. C. Use dry cleaner for corrosive leaks. D. All of the above. Answer: B. Remove broken and unbroken packages if safe. If hazardous material is leaking from your vehicle: A. Drive quickly to find help. B. Drive fast to spread the material. C. Park, secure the area, and send someone else for help. D. Have someone watch while you leave for help. Answer: C. Park, secure the area, and send someone else for help. The markings on cargo tanks tell you about: A. Capacity. B. Original test date. C. Retest date. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. As the driver, your job at the scene of an accident is to: A. Keep people away and upwind. B. Limit the spread regardless of personal safety. C. Make sure shipping papers stay in the truck. D. Direct traffic. Answer: A. Keep people away and upwind. If someone is killed, hospitalized, or damage exceeds $50,000 due to a hazmat incident, you or your employer must call: A. Your insurance agent. B. The National Response Center. C. The DOT. D. Chemtrack. Answer: B. The National Response Center. A resource for local police and firefighters handling a hazmat incident is: A. IMO. B. NRC. C. DOT. D. ICAO. Answer: B. NRC. If involved in a hazardous materials spill, you should call: A. NRC or Chemtrack, but not both. B. NRC or Chemtrack. C. NRC instead of police or firefighters. D. DOT. Answer: B. NRC or Chemtrack. When hauling explosives: A. Some places may require special permits. B. States may require special routes. C. Counties may require special routes. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. A vehicle involved in a leak of Division 2.3 or Division 6.1 must be: A. Sent to a decontamination station. B. Checked for stray poison before reuse. C. Washed down by Chemtrack. D. Never used again to haul food for humans. Answer: B. checked for stray poison before reuse.